Okay, so welcome to another reading with me, Starseed Alchemist. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. So this is going to be a collective reading. So all the messages may not resonate with you. However, if you are here, there is a reason. There is something for you. So take what fits and leave what doesn't. Always trust your intuition. You will know what is for you and what isn't. And with that being said, I'm gonna get into it. But before I get into the cards, I do have some downloads that I made some notes on just because it was a lot. So I'm gonna go through that first, and then I'm gonna get into the cards. But yeah, get started. Okay, so what I got here in my notes, says union. Union is happening, but dispersing. So there's been some tension. Whatever has been preventing a union from happening, it is going away. I guess it's being resolved or something like that. So there's like a relation to intimacy and closeness. And like close bonds in their community. So there's someone who is, it's like a transformation though. So it's more of like a transfer of energy. They may have been in a place where they didn't feel like they belonged. So their friends and family, etc., but they tried to fit in. And they're getting to a place where they can experience true intimacy. But that also, it's not just about the people around them. It has a lot to do with them becoming their authentic self, walking in their truth. So it's like, yeah, it's really hard to create bonds with people if you are not being yourself. It's like you're creating relationships based on a false persona. So you're not going to feel like they know you, because they really don't. They know an image. So this person was struggling with that. So there's something about, it says, when earth contains water, it becomes soft. When water is on the earth, it flows. So it's maybe an earth sign and a water sign, this union that's happening. It may also be about, say, something rigid or grounded and flow, because earth is about being grounded, water is about flowing. So it's like an integration of both, or balance of both. So there's an end of a cycle happening, and this person who's going for this, I'm getting more like the person in the water element. They have a pretty restless mind, or they've been having this restless mind, which is one of the things. It's either they're restless about the union, or just restless about the changes that's happening. Changes that's gonna happen when the union happens, changes that they've been going through. And this may have been one of the hindrances to union. This person kind of being scared to leave the past in the past, leave the things that are trying to leave or transforming in their life behind. There's a right person in a right place who is sure to have influence on his surroundings. So there is someone, I believe they met someone, they may have felt like it was the right person at the wrong time, but it was not. It was the right time. And the reason why it was the right time is that person has had some influence on them, kind of started this cycle of change. And it was like to help them end some karmic cycles that they've been going through. And because they were still in their unhealed state, not really ready to let go of those things on the ego level, but their soul was, they kind of looked at it like, no, this person is the cause of chaos in my life type thing. But they're also becoming this right person in the right place, because part of their life purpose, their journey, is to influence change around them, a new way of life, new way of thinking. But it's not in terms of them telling people, hey, you need to do XYZ, or this is the way you need to live your life. It's like their life is meant to become the example. And this person may also be in a position of authority to begin with, in a position where people look up to them. So it's like they're already in a position where they can affect change. And so it's just a matter of them making that shift within them. And that may also be part of this person's life plan, life purpose, why they ended up in this position of authority, position of leadership, because it's like putting them on the map, putting them in a position where these changes that they make, it can have the maximum effect, basically, you know. But ironically, this position in their unhealed state was one of the things hindering them from their journey and their transformation. And it says union alternates to darkness. So this represents their inner world. Sincerity comes from within. So this person, again, the sincerity, being authentic, being who they truly are, and living from their heart space, living from their soul, and acting in accordance with that, right? So this person may have been having some struggles and realizing that all the struggles they were having in their life, etc., relationships, was because they were not being authentic. So this person that they're coming into union with, this is like a very loving and caring connection. It's like coordinating and supportive. So not only is it that so your inner world is a reflection of, or reflects your outer world, right? So they've come into this place of union within themselves and being their authentic self. So now they're presenting to the outside world as their authentic self, and the union within themselves is bringing or attracting relationships that are, let's say, compatible with their energy. It is creating union with this other energy, and a community. So it's like somebody finding their tribe, basically. And so prior to that, says someone has reached the top, the extremity. So something that they've been doing, this person who came into their life to affect change, it's because they had reached to a point, they have reached the extremity, a place of where something has gone as far as it's supposed to, or it can, or it's allowed to go. So when it is the extreme, it automatically has to revert back to the opposite. So back to the beginning again. So yeah, it's time for a cycle to close. And it says one at this place is not qualified to be a leader. So yeah, they were put in this leadership position because they had a mission. There's something they're supposed to accomplish, but they went past, I'll say, the right way, past what they're supposed to do. Which means like kind of like they lost their leadership qualities. It's like they became kind of corrupt, or whatever you want to call it, but they were not aligned with their mission anymore. And the reason why is like they're not qualified to be a leader anymore is because they refused to seek union with this person who came into their life to affect change. So it's like, yeah, they refuse to seek union of the influential person. It's at the fifth place. So in the end, there was danger. This person was going down a dangerous path, right? So it's like, yeah, this person came into your life really to save them, and they could not see it from that perspective. Well, we're like 10 minutes into this already. That's like a lot. Yeah. It says, those not having taken the first step, misfortune. So, yeah, they tried to like get to the top, etc., without doing the work. They refused to take the first step, which was to get into union with that person, with their counterpart, basically. And the month of May might be significant, or for April might be significant. And something about a lotus flower. So authenticity. The lotus flower blooms. Its beauty is absolute. It does not depend on other people saying that it's beautiful for it to be beautiful. It just is. It blooms. And whether or not people are watching, right? So this may be somebody who just really depended on external validation, and they did things so that other people could praise them, and they didn't feel adequate if people were not admiring them, etc., etc. And yeah. So now what's happening with this whole dispersing and scattering, which is leading to the union phase, is that there was this, says a knife is used to break the ice. So this is giving me like Ace of Swords imagery, whereas like there's a breakthrough that's happening. It's like two hands are separating the pieces of ice. So the ice imagery is kind of like you have a frozen lake, and the surface looks frozen, so it looks like things aren't moving, they're stagnant, but on the bottom there's water flowing. So it's like the ice on the surface had to be broken for the water to flow. So this is also giving an image of someone who walks around pretending to be cold. And you know, and then but they really do have all these emotions and stuff on the inside that people are not seeing, they're not showing to people. So they had to be their authentic self and show that, be that person, show their depth, right? But in doing that, that's how they come to internal union with themselves, which is now allowing them to come into external union. And it's like people are actually liking this vision of them a whole lot more than the person that they were pretending to be, right? Granted, there are people in their immediate environment who do not like these changes, because like these people cannot take advantage of them, they cannot manipulate them. It's like losing access to this person has changed their life, not in a good way, and they're trying to keep this person stuck or have this person revert back to the old ways. But it's like their old ways of manipulation, etc., and control of this person is just not working. So there's definitely some conflict going on in this person's life. It says ice melts and becomes water. So then the wind blows over the water and disperses the waves. So that is what's changing in this person's life. They made waves, basically. When they've gone through these changes, whatever decision they're making. So this union is definitely going to be making waves in somebody's life, in somebody's world. People are going to be talking. There are people who are not going to be happy. It's going to shake things up. And that's what it's meant to do. But yeah, it's going against the norm or the status quo. Interesting. So yeah. Says this person's, their vital energy was being blocked. Their, I'd say, life force. So someone here might actually have been physically sick and like had some like circulation issues, maybe something to do with their heart, blood clots, that kind of stuff. This person might have having inflammation and all that stuff, edema, because like energy was just stuck, it was stagnant, it wasn't flowing. So yeah, there was some health issues that somebody's overcoming. So then this person though, in terms, if this is like a romantic connection, they're like talking to their mother about somebody. And it's like, Mom, there's this girl that I'm really nervous about. And she's different, but she's amazing. She's everything. And I don't care what people say. So yeah, that's something somebody's saying to their mother or somebody they see as a mother figure. And some of this restless energy, they are a little unsure. They worry about it, or they've been worrying about it, because this is like new territory for them, not controlling the narrative and everything, being their authentic self, being vulnerable. And it's like questions like, how will I know if you really love me? And you may have some telepathic communication with this person, so you might actually be hearing these messages in your head, in your dream or whatever. It's like, how will I know if you're thinking of me? So they're wondering if this other person, if that's you, if you're thinking of them too, if you really love them. But then at the same time, it's like they're saying, I've never been more sure that you're my person, my know when you know best friend. So know when you know type thing. It's like you'll have this connection where you just get each other. So you're like their best friend, right? They don't have to explain themselves. They don't have to explain why they do what they do. And there's no judgment, really. That is like the one place they feel they can be their authentic self, which is quite beautiful. But yeah, that is what I got here, which is like, wow, 17 minutes. But guess I'm gonna move on to the cards. But yeah, so I did my shaman healing. I got Inner Journey, which is the first one that came out here. 35, maybe significant, or 8. And we got Transformation, Divine Timing, and Healing Energy. So with the Inner Journey, this person again, they have been on this path where it's like going through this inner balance, finding that balance within them. And ironically, on their feminine energy, we have that feminine and masculine energy right underneath. So yeah, they're balancing their masculine and feminine energies. But this has been a very protected journey. It's definitely made them stronger. And yeah, it's bringing a lot of things to light, but it's also leading to like this absolute joy, this happiness, right? So yeah, there's been this transformation. It's not been an easy transformation. It's like parts of it were pretty ugly, you know. And I feel like the Divine Feminine here has gone through this, and this was kind of like, well, both parties have gone through this, but with this cycle closing, I feel like the Divine Masculine has finally gone through this, or is wrapping that part up for themselves. Anyway, we got Divine Timing. So there we have they're coming together, right? Because now is the right time, and Divine Timing is really just about energies being aligned, lining up perfectly to where what is supposed to happen can happen. And then healing energy. So these two people, there's something, a healing aspect about their connection, them coming together, but they also had to go through this healing. And I do feel like they have this, it's like healed, healer, healing. So they're supposed to go through this healing because they are healers themselves, but they're gonna be healing through their healing, Yeah. But somebody here might be a Reiki practitioner, Reiki master, but this person has healing hands. So I don't know, might be feeling like energetic surges in your hands, like temperature changes. Maybe you channel energy through your hands. But whatever it is, your touch, like, you heal things, whether it's literal touch or just your energetic presence. And there's something about a tree stump. So with a tree stump, you know, even if you cut down the stump, it may not look pretty, but they go through generations, right? And they'll be there, but new growth can come from it because the roots are still in the ground. So that is giving that energy. Right. So healing something that was broken or seemed like it was over, like it was dead. And then we got, yeah, back to the masculine energy. Sun. The sun is coming out. And then changes. So there's a lot of changes that's been going on with this energy, with this masculine energy. Ascension. So these changes have been leading to ascension for them and new beginnings. So there's some rain. It might seem like, was it rain, storms? There may be a storm happening where you are more recently or even right now, or just heavy rain. But rain grows things, and the earth needs water. Because when I was talking about the earth, when water is on the earth, it flows, but water also softens the earth. So yeah, this rain was necessary. There was a period of drought, but it's like there's this saying that all storms do not come to destroy. Some storms come to clear, and that was what's happening. So this raining, it is clearing the path for union, which means it is also destroying things that shouldn't be there, the things that are a hindrance. And you know, generally I would think like that is about the masculine and feminine energy, but this is more of like a distorted feminine energy, because I feel that is what's clearing. So there is or was some distorted feminine energy in their life that was causing problems for them. That was a hindrance, but that is only because this person's internal feminine energy was imbalanced. It was unhealed, it was distorted. So that is exactly what it is they were attracted to in their physical world, or what is they were pulling in, drawing in their physical world. And they were not seeing this as distorted feminine energy because they were in a similar energy, right? But with these changes, they're seeing it very differently, right? Because we got discernment. This person is seeing things from a higher perspective. Not have gone through this ascension. They're on a higher branch. But yeah, so also with new beginnings, about there's butterflies. But the thing is, when it's raining, the butterflies are not out flying because, you know, the rain will damage their wings. So it's about timing as well. Doing things in the proper time, knowing when to retreat and when to be out. Sometimes you have to retreat to protect yourself, right? Using discernment. So yeah, this is about, so when I said this was a protected journey, a lot of things that happen in this person's life that may seem negative was for their protection. So there may be this relationship, a connection of this distorted feminine. There may have been stuff going on that they thought was negative, but it's like, with the same way the butterfly is not out when it's raining, is like they're being removed from this person's life, or this person's being removed from their life, vice versa, so that because whatever, if they continued on this journey with this person, it would have led to their demise. It would not have ended well for them or taken them where they needed to go. So, and then they were using discernment. So remember I said that they were attracted to distorted feminine energy, and the person who they were resisting the person who they thought was like, you know, the one causing chaos in their life, the person who came into their life unexpectedly, now that they're using discernment, they're seeing it differently. So now that they're seeing that this distorted feminine energy, they're seeing it for what it is, seeing them for who they are, and they're realizing that the person, that they misjudged the other person, and that person is actually the one that is actually helping them, or was, I guess you can say, is for their benefit. Because we got death here, and here we got a bull, so it's maybe like some Taurus energy as well. But ironically, death is related to Scorpio in the tarot, and Taurus is the complement of Scorpio. So earth and water, huh? So yeah, anyway, because of this transformation, they're using discernment, they're ending things. And it's not just with this distorted feminine energy, but other relationships, friendships, etc. They're like things that are not aligned with their life. They're ending these relationships, and or they're just naturally ending because this person is in a new vibration. They're no longer aligned with it. Now we have integration. So everything has two sides. We live in a world of duality. So with ending things, they're making room for the things that are aligned with them. When you say no to something, you automatically say yes to something else, whether you know what you're saying yes to or not. It is yeah, that's the way it works, right? Whether you're aware of what it is you're saying no to, or that you are saying no to something, you are saying no. When you say yes, vice versa, etc. So integration, there is some truth happening. Their inner world and their outer world, they're integrating that. They're integrating their masculine and feminine energy. And then there's the union of the external masculine and external feminine. So it is coming together. They're becoming one. Two become one, right? Two sides of the same coin. But yeah, anyway, we're 30 minutes in. I'm gonna go, or 27 minutes actually, but I am going to use the cards right now to clarify a little, although I don't feel like I need to, but whew, yeah, isn't that interesting? So we got the Hangman, and there's definitely some enlightenment happening, light codes coming online for someone. It's like past life information coming back to the surface, so remembering who they truly are, etc. It's like waking up from a slumber. There's been a lot of things revealed on this journey for this person. So I'm getting like some starseed energy too. So Page of Pentacles. They've definitely been learning. It has been a journey in terms of learning, and some very earth-based lessons. Ooh, okay. But it's like having to go back to the basics. Okay. And then let me see what we got here. Ooh, so this is also that they could have this brand new beginning, you know. There's an opportunity that it's literally just waiting for them to grab onto it, but they had to transform in order for them to be aligned with that opportunity, right? But this person has been kind of scared to get on this path, but it's like it's right there. Oh, it's like something, the message. There's nothing holding me back. All right. So yeah, there's definitely a breakthrough in this person's environment right now. So if y'all are not in communication, you may not know what's going on, but there's a lot of changes going on in this person's world, where one point they thought that they could not have this, but they're definitely seeing it as a solid investment. They do want to create something long lasting. Ooh, Three of Cups. You know, I talk about just wanting to say my know when you know best friend. Okay. So there is something about your friendship, your relationship. It goes back a very long time. So past lives, this may be something that they're remembering here. That's like codes coming on, but they're understanding your connection, why it is they feel so close, like they know you. But there is something about your connection, and they want to start over in this energy. So at some point, maybe you all were involved at some point, but they were not thinking long term, or maybe expecting long term from it. They were not in that energy. So they do want to transform that into something long term. All right, divine timing. King of Cups. So the divine timing, it was time for them to awaken, time for them to the water has settled, the waves have settled, so they can see their reflection clearly, they can see clearly now. It is calm now, which is making them realize a lot of things where they're not emotionally fulfilled, a lot of like repressed emotions. They are in a place, or they were in a place where they were forced to deal with it. So that's why we got the stagnancy with the ice. Ice, stillness. They were in a place where things were not moving forward. They couldn't see a way forward because they needed to be by themselves without any distractions, so that they could see clearly and work through their shadows and the stuff that was keeping them stuck. But yeah, but it's divine timing. It's time for the two of you to come together. So yeah, I do feel like this person is going through a very rapid ascension though, because it's like they delayed something. They delayed the journey. So now they have to catch up, because it's like, yeah, something needs to be happening. Your journey, your connection with this person, the two of you coming into union, there is a bigger picture. It's not just about the two of you. So it's like smaller parts that fit into a whole. So yeah, it's kind of like they gotta play catch up. But there is this urgency where if this person's staying up, losing sleep, worrying, how do I know, or how will I know that you love me? How will I know if you're still thinking of me, type thing? Almost like they're racing against the clock. Like they feel like time is running out. They don't want to be too late. You're gonna move on. Have you moved on? Because this person definitely took a long time to come forward. They probably still haven't come forward, but it's in the energy. And they're like, I feel like there's a sense of you being tired. They are being tired. They're tired, but you've been tired. It's almost like they kind of have the sense where you're just like, I'm kind of done with this. I'm over this. I'm just tired. Like you've been waiting for a while. So, and they know that. Ooh, Two of Wands. Yep, it's time for them to move forward. So yeah, this is pretty much, I don't feel like I need the cards, because this is just clarifying what I already said. Ooh, yeah, healing energy, the Emperor, the big boss. So this has something to do with healing the earth, healing the world. They've been put in this position, like I said, someone's in a position of authority, of leadership. They have been put in this position, in a position where their energy will have the maximum effect, because they're already exposed to a lot of people. They're in an influential position. So with them healing their self, their energy, that energy is being transmitted and shared with everybody they come in contact with. Ooh, Strength, Right. So this inner power, and it's like, you know, it's like behind every good man is a strong woman or a great woman. That is what you are to this person, like as a divine feminine. And take the energy as it fits. So if you're the divine masculine, then that person is your divine feminine. They are the gentle side of your nature. And in terms of someone integrating both their masculine and feminine internally, this is this person learning to lead, realizing that they don't have to be the beast all the time. They can be gentle. Their strength in their tapping into their feminine side, their divine feminine energy, and learning to balance both, learning when to use each energy. And with that, for the external energy, where it's like a romantic situation, you are the divine feminine. Here is this person's I guess they keep them reined in, you know, keep them from going off the deep end of the handle, because I know earlier in one of the messages, and I guess that's making sense to me now, more clarity, that when I talked about the person who has reached the highest, they're in the highest position, but it's almost like they're being corrupt, and because of that, they're not fit to be a leader. They're no longer qualified to be a leader. It's like when you act too much in your masculine energy, you go a little too far, but you also can't be too much in your feminine energy. So it's about finding balance. The divine feminine balances out the masculine energy. So this divine feminine may be opposite of this person, but that is the purpose. While this person is leading with an iron fist, the divine feminine energy ensures that they don't go too far overboard and become this tyrant, basically. But it's like the leader or the healer also needs a protector. So if the divine feminine energy is in this healing energy, this emperor has to be or serve as their protector. And but in the same way, because of that, the feminine energy heals them, and they find that person very nurturing. So at the end, it's kind of, in the simplest term, think of this person having a rough day at work. At the end of that day, when they go home, that person is their peace, you can say. That person is where they can lay down their burdens and soothe them, find this nurturing. Okay, let's see. Where are we going with this? Ooh, Ace of Cups. Yeah, so this divine masculine here is definitely wanting this new path in love. They have some new perspectives on what love really is. So they're not like attracted to like toxic behaviors, which they may have thought was love, attachment, and that kind of stuff. But this person's heart is overflowing with love. They have definitely come into this place of authenticity, and the ice has been broken, so they're showing their heart and their love. The Death card. Yep, there is some transformation going on, and because of this change that they want, right? Again, things are dying, things are coming to an end. They are ending things in their life because they are no longer aligned with those things. What they want does not align with the energy of those things anymore. So some of those things are just naturally falling out of their life because of the misalignment, but some of them, they are actively getting rid of it. Whew, King of Wands. Yes, definitely going for some changes here, which I'm getting there. Not as stubborn, not as rigid. But their power is definitely increasing, or it's more noticeable. their influence is spreading, is what I'm getting. They're becoming more influential, I guess you can say that. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person is definitely leading from a place of truth, their truth, which is surprisingly making them more influential, more attractive to people. They're finding their power, they're taking their power back. This person may have some Native American lineage, so Native American ancestors. But they've taken some action. They've made some very decisive decisions and actions. People are seeing that. It's bringing a whole lot of change in their life. Ascension. We got 4 of Wands. All right, so yeah, there is a reunion happening. Which I did say union. It's the whole thing. 3 of Swords. There is a separation that had to happen. So again, you say yes to something, you automatically say no to something else. So one union, one connection is ending so that another one can start. Or yeah, so this ascended, it is a higher level connection, higher vibrational connection is coming online. So there was a separation between these two. So it's coming back together. And within that time, in that separation was necessary, right? It was necessary for both parties to grow and both parties to see things clearly, because I'm getting like there's some intense attraction, intense sexual energy that could have been clouding both of your judgments. Couldn't think clearly. So it was necessary. And then that also created some doubts. So somebody may have thought that, hey, this is just lust. This is just sex, right? So the two of you being separated, it's almost like, you know, you kind of have to lose something for you to see the true value of it for some people. And they may have taken like your energy for granted, but again, they also didn't have the discernment, so they kind of had to like experience life without you in it. And if this person was like blaming you for the chaos and stuff in their life, it's like you being out of their life gave them that clarity to where they're like, oh, okay, well, this person's no longer in my life, but bad shit is still happening. There's still chaos. In fact, the chaos is increasing. So yeah, separation hurts. I know, probably hurt both of you, but it was necessary, right? It was definitely a necessity. Ooh. But it also did make both of you stronger. So interesting, there's like this gold like lines. I actually went to a ceramic museum yesterday, and one of the pieces on there was like there was some like ceramic plates and earthenware, and they were cracked, but then the pieces were put back together, and there was like gold in between the pieces holding them together. So then remind me of like in like it's a Japanese concept of like when things are broken or things of value are broken, they don't throw them away, they put them back together using gold. And it's basically to show that your flaws, the pain, the brokenness, all that stuff that you've been through, there is value in it, right? That is pretty much what it is, what it means. So anyway, Queen of Swords, yeah, new beginnings. So there's definitely some truth. They want to start this new path, new journey with you on truth, but they are also they're still a little defensive, or I would say cautious about these new beginnings. So this person, again, they've been going through some cycles. maybe repeating the same type of relationships over and over again. So they are cautious about this new beginning because there is this underlying fear that it's gonna happen again. The relationship's gonna end again, type thing, right? So, and with the intensity of what the emotions and stuff, this is something I feel they've never experienced before, and it's kind of scary because it's like, well, they've had heartbreak in the past, and if they've never felt this way about those people, they're just like at a place where, hey, if I let you in, if I pursue this relationship and it doesn't end well, like the other relationships, like this is going to destroy me. I can't be that vulnerable, right? So they're still a little cautious about it. So, and I do believe this is why this person is resistant to change, or has been resistant to change. Starting over is scary because they don't have control over that. They don't know how it's going to turn out. So this is like somebody who would rather sit in something that they're not happy in just because they're familiar with it, so they don't have to take the risk. And I'm getting a very pessimistic type of view that they probably don't have this right now, but in the past they did, whereas like they expect the worst. So yeah, new things are scary. And this person, their thought would always be like, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if this happens? But they would not think, oh, but what if it turns out amazing, right? Because they kind of have this idea, like, if you plan for the worst, it's like when it does happen, not if, when it happens, you'll be prepared. Eight of Swords. Yeah. So they this person was keeping themselves stuck, trapped from their new beginning. But I also do feel with this distorted feminine energy here, this distorted feminine energy was contributing to them being stuck in their head, etc. Maybe even playing on this person's insecurities and fears to kind of manipulate them and get them to stay in this relationship when they noticed the changes that this person was going through, realizing that distance is growing between them, you know. It's kind of like trying to tempt them or turn them away from the light, is what I'm getting. But they do have this realization that their fear of the future, the fear of the unknown, them being in this defensive energy all the time, has been a major hindrance in their life and kept them stuck. So yeah, Four of Cups. Wow. They're so not interested in this feminine energy anymore. So again, I don't know, temptation. This person, so this feminine energy, again, a very attractive person. I'm getting like using their sexuality or using sex, seduction, basically. And this person's like not interested anymore. So this may be something that has worked in the past. They were able to manipulate this person with sex. This could have also been one of the life lessons that this person had to close out, one of the karmic cycles this masculine had to close out as well. So, but they're not interested because it's like now they know what they want. They want something very different. Their heart is overpowering with love for their divine feminine, and it's like nothing compares to this. Nobody compares to them. I'm not interested in what it is you're offering. It's like something in the dirt. It's oh, I don't know, someone's like they're not interested in getting it out of the mud anymore, whatever that means. but they know their cup is being filled. They see this divine feminine as their blessing from heaven, from the divine. It's like what they've been praying for. It's a blessing, and they're not willing to mess that up for anything, for instant gratification. So even if there is a separation, I think this person is actually learning patience too, where you're like, I'll wait. I am able to wait for what I want because I have faith that it's gonna happen. Where in this past, this person lived in a place of fear, and they would like just jump, make drastic decisions out of fear of losing, fear of being alone. It's like, okay, well, what if I say no to this, but then something better doesn't come along? You know, they had this fear of like missed opportunities, and they're not there anymore. They've overcome this. Yep. Queen of Wands. They're resisting this temptation. They're resisting it. But I do also feel like there's this attraction, again, you know, this heat between them and their divine feminine, that this is the only person that I'm interested in. And at some point, sometime, I do feel they were in this energy of pretending that they're not, or trying to control the attraction they felt for this person. But yeah, right now they have eyes for one person, and they are resisting temptation no matter how alluring and maybe how tempting something is. They are able to resist it. Ooh, discernment, right? So the High Priestess and King of Swords. So they are trusting their intuition. They are pulling their energy back. Yeah, they're going within, trusting their intuition, using discernment, what is good for them, what is not, and they're seeing things for what they truly are. They may actually be getting like information in their dreams too, but yeah, this person is they're tapping more into their spirituality, more into the esoteric world, right? And even like things that they cannot explain, they're not in a place where they're obsessively or they need to have the answer. They're less rigid in their thinking. So that's one of the changes that's happening here. They're less rigid in their thinking. They can go within. They trust the truth within. They're not looking for external validation. They're not trusting everybody else's opinion, right? Ooh, the Hierophant. That is what's dying. That's the death card here. The Hierophant here. This is a distorted image, right? The Hierophant is connected to the sun, but this person, this Hierophant, under the moon. It's in the night, in the dark. That is not their domain. That is not real, right? This is a distorted image. So this is giving outdated beliefs like social structures, social beliefs, etc. This is also, from some people, the end of a marriage. But this is like a toxic marriage, so a karmic marriage, karmic relationship. Their way of leadership is changing. Okay. The influence that somebody, the influence of karmic natures is over them is ending. I think that's what it is. Ooh. Aha. Queen of Swords, what does it say? The influence of this karmic individual, this karmic feminine energy, this distorted feminine energy is ending. And she is not pleased. She is absolutely not pleased. So we got the dark feminine energy here. Oh yeah, she was definitely causing chaos in this person's life. Like, um, there's like just creating waves, like, definitely creating chaos for this person. So there might be some lies and stuff that was discovered by this masculine. And I guess with them using their discernment, they're realizing more things. Things are being revealed to them about this person. Interesting. Ha, star. Wow, okay. So we have integration and we have the star card coming out here twice, which is interesting. I don't think this has ever happened with it coming out like at the same time. But yeah, the star card coming out together and it says integration. So there is a healing aspect, but this is like giving very intense energy and this is giving gentle energy. So again, the integration of the two halves. So I'm getting both the divine masculine and divine feminine have gone through their healing. I remember I said the masculine was going for a rapid ascension because they delayed their journey. So this is giving like sudden, like a burst, right? This is giving like a gentle thing. So the masculine and feminine, regardless of how their journey happened, they're integrating, they're coming together. It's creating healing, but and now we have the Hierophant on the bottom again, but this Hierophant is actually in the right place. He's in his right domain, in the light. So it's like this connection, this relationship here, this is the right path compared to this, right? So this is a distorted connection, distorted organization, rules, etc. If we're talking about society, outdated beliefs, this is what was happening here. And with this healing, etc., the cycle's closing, this Hierophant, this leader, this knowledge, etc., it is now on the right path. It is in the light. It is on the path of the light, in the sun. So now it's like they're in the right relationship. And that is why I also had this down where this person says, what was it? I wrote it down. What was it? They said, oh, like, I have never been more sure that you're my person. So, yes, this is the reading. And I am going to close it out with a couple of these oracle decks. Oracle cards, my bad. Challenge. Be brave enough to accept all challenges. Daybreak. The last obstacle before the emergence of life. The last obstacle. The obstacle is being cleared, and which I said at the very beginning, whatever was preventing this union is leaving. It's ending. And the courage. Move forward bravely. The cliff of the universe. All right. So yeah, even if this obstacle is clearing, again, this person still does have some fears and stuff. So yeah, that's why. Oh yeah, I did say earlier this download where this person said there's nothing holding me back. So they've come to this realization. I'm getting an image of someone like at the starting line for a race, and they're ready to go, but they cannot run. They can't leave until like until the gun goes off, right? Until it's time for them to start, or they've given the green light to start. So it's like they're ready and they're just waiting. And it's like as soon, so this person has made plans, they've been planning, and as soon as they get that green light, they're gonna take off, which is where that decisive energy is coming from of the King of the Knight of Swords. They're taking off and taking themselves out of this situation as quickly as possible once they get the green light. Key point, grasp the key to the problem. An action. Ooh, just do it. If you think of it, just do it. All right. So, yeah. Ooh, and then newborn, a great beginning. So, yeah, this is just reinforcing the message already. So, this is your reading. And I will see you next time.